So, ladies and gentlemen, new heights for one-bedroom units in the Northern Beaches. So happens to be DY. I've got James Lamplough, the hero salesperson, here with us to talk about it. Is in Meriton, is only 50-odd metres squared internally. James, what's happening to DY and how did this happen?
Yeah, good question, Mark. The prices have been going crazy on the housing side of the market for the last 6 to 12 months. The apartment prices are starting to follow. So we're starting to see that there are some big townhouse sales, some big 3-bedroom sales, and usually the one-bedders in the studios, they probably creep up last. But they've really kick-started with some good growth in the last couple of months, and there've been some really strong results in the office to sort of stand by those. So today we wanted to talk about Meriton. Meriton, only a couple of years old. People were buying their one-bedders in there for around 700 at the time, depending on when they bought, where they bought position. But we're finding, if you look here on the screen, the strata plan for the Meriton block, we're talking about lot 313, 62 metres squared, including balcony. The balcony was about 12 metres squared. So we're finding sales prices of 890,000 on this particular property for a 50 square metre property. Not north facing, doesn't have an ocean view. It wasn't one of the more special ones in the building. So it's really, really promising for the prices in DY. They're starting to get jacked up across the board.
Unbelievable. Now, out of interest, what are these guys, how long do these guys own it for? And what'd they pay?
Yeah, so good question. So this is bought off the plan. Meriton building's only a couple of years old. My particular vendor for this one, she paid $700,000 in 2018, and she then released it for 190,000 more 2.5 years later. So unbelievable growth in that building in such a short amount of time.
What was that again? How much?
700,000 2.5 years ago, sold for 890,000. 2.5 years later. It's incredible. Meriton is a highly regarded complex. There's a couple others in DY that are doing those sorts of numbers. But for any of the owners in that building, you can rest assured that you've bought an asset maybe off the plan. There's a little bit of anxiety at the time or nerve as to what it's going to be like, the finished product, what will happen in its history.
Yeah.
And look, Meriton extremely popular, great growth. One bed owners in there. I can guarantee you're going to make some money on your property when you do come to sell. But also, it's not just Meriton, Mark. There's also some big one bed and other unit sale prices across DY that are really moving forward. So I think DY itself has leapfrogged up a couple of ranks in terms of the prestige of the market here. Maybe it wasn't typically renowned as a luxury style market, but we have that element to DY's unit market now. Really promising across the board.
James, do you reckon that's going to be, I know we've always joked about a one bedder for $1 million, but we're now starting to breach on that sort of price. Do you reckon we can hit $1 million?
Well, it makes you wonder. So as I said, this was a 50 square meter one bedder. There are one bedders that are bigger than that. There are one bedders that have a view. There are one bedders that can see the ocean. There are one bedders that are in higher elevated positions. They're going to be looking for higher figures than a sale price of this particular property. This was west facing. You could see Pittwater Road from it. Look, for those ones that certainly have those other characteristics that maybe this one didn't have, I'm starting to think that the seven figure price tag on some of these one bedders is going to become more apparent very, very soon.
Absolutely nuts. Now, I'm going to bring up, do you mind if I bring up just to show people exactly this property so they know what they can expect for this sort of amount of money? I'm going to pull that up now just to show you. So this is what you're getting now. I don't know if you can see that. But
so if you let me just run through it very quickly, Mark, you can see in that top right image of that square that we've got there that even in this property, it's not a full style kitchen. There's no kitchen island. It's not, it's not its own room. It's a galley style kitchen as well. So once again, just another little feature that some of the other apartments in that building will have the full kitchen, they will have the view, they will have, bigger floor plans, they might have a big study. This one didn't have any of those, and it managed to hit 890,000. So outstanding results for DY, outstanding for Meriton. Meriton owners fill you with a lot of confidence. A great floor plan, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful apartments, but this was more of an entry Meriton apartment as well. So yeah, certainly for the owners in the block, you're sitting on an asset that is very, very popular with the public and with the consumers.
Stunning, mate. Well done. That's the one bedroom show on a Meriton, on a one bedroom show for Northern Beaches, talking about the hero one bedrooms for the area. That is a perfect example where someone's made a lovely amount of money. By the way, they've bought off the plan, and I really do think off the plan's still okay for people, even though people are a bit stressed about it. I still encourage it. Someone like that, even there's Meriton finance available. We do Meriton as well all around the country. So we've sold stuff in Queensland. We've sold stuff in New South Wales, Parramatta. We've got stuff to sell with Meriton, but we just specialise in Northern Beaches, of course. But sometimes we get landlords that are with us that decide they want to buy elsewhere. Meriton Finance, I think, sitting at 1.99%. And a big thing with those guys, and what everyone should know, if you do decide to buy Meriton, it's not about Meriton, it's about one bedrooms, but I've gone off on a tangent. If you do decide to buy a Meriton, they approve you today for 3 years' time. So in 3 years' time, you don't have to worry about evaluation. In 3 years' time, believe it or not, you don't even have to worry about if you got a job or not, because they approved you 3 years prior. So that's a really good idea to buy something with them. Talk to us anywhere around Australia. We can see that stuff. But I'm very proud of one bedroom units, James, for the area. I think they've done really well for DY in the Northern Beaches. We're talking about probably in the next 6 months, $1 million for a one bedroom. And I must admit, if you do hear someone say, boo-hoo, one bed, $1 million, sure. This is specifically a one bedroom. Sometimes developers cheat and do a one bedroom plus a media room, which is another bedroom without a window, and it gets $1 million. I get that. But this is a hardcore one bedder without that cheeky second bedroom, that second bedroom without a window, or that second 2 by 3 meter guest room or cinema or whatever you want to call it. This is a 101 bread and butter one bedder.
Bread and butter. Yeah, so outstanding result. Meriton owners, you're sitting pretty here in DY. You've bought into a good complex, that's for sure.
Massive. Have a great day, everyone. And one betters are on the rise. See ya.
Sure. Cheers, guys.